Namaste and welcome back to Raleigh, Nepal. It is the 18th of February today and we are on day 7 of our trek. We've walked for about 4 hours today, 3 or 4 hours. We arrived at this lovely village you can see behind me. I'm not sure if you can see some of the houses and the lovely sunset going behind the hills. This village is called Ladap. Absolutely beautiful. It is bustling when we got here. There were people everywhere. There were so many kids like running after us to see what was going on. They were having a little community meeting, people weaving baskets. It was a beautiful, beautiful village. The adventurers are currently just in front of me on my right hand side doing a little activity called 100 People. So it's basically just getting them to think about the world and answering questions like if there were 100 people in the world, how many are male, how many are female, how many live in these conditions and live in those conditions. So just a nice little activity to get them thinking about the world. But in terms of trek, so we've been walking for about 4 to 5 hours every day for the last 7 days. We did have one day in particular that was particularly challenging. About 2 days ago we walked and it was about a 6-hour walk. So it was quite tough. Majority of it was uphill as well, so it was a pretty strenuous day, but the sense of achievement when we got to the top was amazing, and the campsite that we had was absolutely beautiful. It was a circle for some reason. We had this beautiful cliff face and there was grass, which everyone was loving, and there was a little stream. There was actually a waterfall, but unfortunately it dried up. Obviously after monsoon season there would have been some lovely water there. But it was still absolutely lovely, so it was a nice reward at the end of a strenuous day. But now we are here in Ladap. We are at about 1700 metres elevation. And we've cooked lunch. As soon as we got to the village we set up camp. Obviously all the tents are just in front of me just here. We went to the shop and bought some rice and some potatoes and onions and made a delicious lunch. Food was absolutely delicious, and then we bought some more food for dinner. There's a lot of food eating going on in this group. We like to eat a lot, but it's good. We need our energy. There's a lot of walking, really need that sustenance. So yeah, really good. And in the next couple days, so we'll be leaving this lovely village of Ladap tomorrow morning. We're normally leaving at around 8:30 in the morning, getting up at 6, having breakfast and all. And in the next couple of days we're hoping to go to a new village called Carding, which is sitting at about 2400 metres elevation. So it's one of the highest villages we'll go to. We will likely go to another village slightly higher, but it's not 100% sure yet. So yeah, 2400 metres. From here's about 1700. Yeah, so still a fair bit higher to go. I had a conversation with Depesh, who's one of our Nepali volunteer managers, and he was just telling me about the agriculture here. I'm not quite sure if you can see where I'm sat, but I'm sat on the terraces. So a lot of Nepal in the hills, and they have these man-made terraces which they use to grow the crops. At the moment where I'm sitting it's just very muddy. Don't know if you can really see this, but it's just there's no crops growing at the moment. But I just thought it was really interesting. They grew mostly rice at this time of year, and then after monsoon, during monsoon, it's more potatoes, and then after that it's corn. So they're always growing something depending on the weather. But it's amazing. The last village that we were at, they were just telling me how they just trade everything. So one village will be growing rice, one village will be growing corn, and they're just self-sufficient. They don't really have much money. They just trade everything that they need, which I think is such a lovely way to live, and it's just so different from England, where we're just used to trading money for food constantly. So it's really nice for the adventurers to kind of get out of that and see a new way of living. Yeah, so it's really, really nice. I'm really enjoying myself. I don't know what I look like, by the way. I haven't looked in a mirror for the last 7 days. My hair's probably out here. I've had my hair in plaits for the last 2 days, sleeping in it. I was pretty cold last night. I was wearing this fleece and I was wearing a hat and like 2 pairs of socks. So it's getting really cold at night time. That's all for now. Namaste.